Hi guys, we're going to do our phonics today and we're going to learn a new sound. And I love learning new sounds. I think it might be hidden behind the love heart. Shall we see? It's going to move it out of the way. Oh look, a new sound. We have the letter U and the letter E. And together it is a digraph. So, this digraph can make two different sounds. So we're going to have a look at some words now. So we have three words here. We have statue, blue, and rescue. Can you hear different sounds at the end of those words when we're using the UE digraph? So we have the oo sound in blue, blue, or we have the U sound like in statue. You see, so statue and blue. Got two different sounds that you can make using that digraph. For your activity today, I have this letter here, so you might need to pause the video once I finish talking so you can read through this letter. We have a letter to Sue from Reuben. Reuben, was that you sending letters? I want you to see how many oo words you can find in this letter. So count them out and write them down in your books for me. So you're probably going to need to pause the video because there's quite a lot of writing there. I want you to see how many you can find. And I'll have a go as well and let's see if we get the same number. We can check later on in our Zoom meeting. Okay, so pause the video now and have a go at that. Last thing we're going to do for today's lesson is we're going to learn two tricky words. Okay, and our tricky words today are Mr. and Mrs. So Mr. Stillwell and Mrs. Flanagan. So Mr. and Mrs. I want you to see if you can write a sentence using one of the tricky words and at least one of our oo words that we've been looking at today in our phonics lesson. Okay, so Mr. is M-R and Mrs. is M-R-S. Okay, so Mr. Stillwell is M-R and then my name, and Mrs. Flanagan is M-R-S and then Mrs. Flanagan's name. Okay, so have a go at writing a sentence using the tricky words and at least one of our oo or u words that we've been learning today. Maybe it could be one of these words here, statue, blue, or rescue. Have a go at that for me now. We are now coming, year one, to the end of our story, Lost and Found, an end to all of the work that we are doing. We've got one more thing left to do for Lost and Found, and I would like us to have a go at writing a book review about Lost and Found. Okay, so a book review is to tell people what you think of the book. So I want you to let me know what you thought about Lost and Found. Okay, and there's some different parts to the book review. So a book review by, and I want you to write your name up here. So I'm going to do Mr. Stillwell, because that is me. The title of the book is Lost and Found. So some of these things will be the same for everyone, and others will be different. So Lost and Found, and the author is Oliver Jeffers, so the person who wrote the book. So it is Oliver, remember a capital letter because it's his name, Oliver Jeffers. Right, there are 5 things you need to do on this. Okay, and I'll tell you the order. This first box here, I want you to tell me about the characters in the story. So, who are the characters? There we go, that'll help you out. Did you like them? And how did they make you feel? So that's what you're going to write in this box here. Then I want you to do box number 2. So this is going to be 1. This will be box number 2. Is the plot. So the plot is what happens in the story. So I want you to write just a little bit in this box here, tell me about what happens across the whole story. Okay, so you might want to write something like, a penguin turned up at the boy's door. The boy took him back to the South Pole because he thought the penguin was lost, but he wasn't, and they came home together and lived happily ever after. That's what you could write in there. And then I want you to do this part here. Is it fun to read? Did you enjoy reading the book? Did you enjoy doing all our work about the book? I wonder. Down in box number 3 is your opinion. So this is what you think, and so this will be different for everyone because everyone has their own opinion. I want you to write did you like the book? What was your favourite part of the story and why? It might have been that you liked that the boy and the penguin found each other at the end because it was a happy ending and gave you a happy ending and made you feel happy. Were there any funny or scary bits in the story? It was quite scary when they were going over the big waves. And did you learn anything from the story? So that's going to go in this box down here, okay? Remember, everyone's is different. It doesn't matter what you write in here because it's your opinion, not my opinion, not John's opinion, not Fred's opinion. It's your opinion. Box number 4, down here, this says recommend. So, would you get your friend to read this story? Would you go, yeah, this is a really good story, Lost and Found, it's really good, you should read it? Or would you go, no, I didn't like that story, it was a bit rubbish, I wouldn't read that if I was you? I want you to tell me what you would do, whether you would recommend it or not, and why or why not you'd do that. So if you did like it, say, I would recommend this book because, I want that word in there, because. Why would you recommend it? I would recommend this book because I thought it was quite funny and it was lovely. I would not recommend this book because I thought it was a bit boring. Okay, that's again your opinion as well. That's down to you. Different people have different answers in that box. And then the last thing I want you to do up here, number 5, your star rating for this book. So you've got 5 stars. If you colour in all 5 stars, that means it was an amazing book. If you colour in 1 star, it means you thought it was a rubbish book, and then it gets better. So rubbish, it was okay, it was good, you really enjoyed it, or it was amazing. Okay, I want you to have a go at that for me today, just to finish off our Lost and Found set of work. Have a go at that, and we'll talk about it later on this afternoon in our Zoom meeting. Bye-bye for now.